I'm about to tell you something most insurance agents would never say publicly. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'd tell my own mom and dad about life insurance. No sales pitch, no jargon, just the honest truth from someone who does this every single day. And if you stick around, I think it might change the way you think about protecting your family. Let me tell you why I got into this business. I didn't grow up dreaming about selling insurance. Nobody does. But I had an experience that changed everything for me. Someone in my life, someone I loved, passed away without a plan, and I watched their family struggle. I watched people argue over money at a time when they should have been holding each other. I watched the stress, the guilt, the GoFundMe page, and I thought, this doesn't have to happen. That's when I decided to learn everything I could about final expense insurance. Not because it's glamorous, it's not, but because it solves a real problem for real families. And when you help someone get this right, the relief you see on their face, that's why I do this. So when I sit down with you or talk to you on the phone, I'm not thinking about a commission. I'm thinking about that family I watch struggle, and I'm thinking, I'm not going to let that happen to your family if I can help it. So here's exactly what I'd say if I were sitting at my parents' kitchen table right now. First, I'd say, Mom, Dad, do you have something set aside specifically for final expenses? Not your retirement savings, not the house, something that's earmarked for funeral costs and any bills that follow. If they said yes and they had $10,000 to $15,000 in a separate, accessible account, I'd say, great. Make sure the kids know where it is and can access it quickly. But if they said no, which is what most people say, here's what I'd tell them. Get a final expense policy today, not next month, not next year. Today, here's why. You're both in your 60s, you're relatively healthy. That means you qualify for the best rates available. If you wait until you have a health scare, your options shrink and your cost goes up, maybe doubles. A $15,000 policy for each of you would cover the funeral, any medical bills, and leave a little extra so the kids aren't out of pocket for anything. That's probably $50 to $70 a month each. I'd go with an independent broker, someone who shops all the carriers and finds the best rate. Don't call one company directly, let someone compare for you. And here's the most important part. Once you have it, you never have to think about it again. The rate never goes up, the coverage never expires, you pay it like a utility bill, and you know, with 100% certainty, that when the time comes, your kids are going to be okay. That's it. That's the conversation. No tricks, no pressure, no fine print. Just a practical plan that gives everyone peace of mind. Now, I'd also warn my parents about the stuff to watch out for, because unfortunately, there are some bad actors in this industry. Red flag number one, any agent who pressures you to sign today. A good agent gives you information and lets you decide. If someone is using high-pressure tactics, hang up. Red flag number two, an agent who only shows you one option. If they work for one company, they can only sell that company's product. Even if it's not the best fit for you, always ask. Are you independent or do you work for one carrier? Red flag number three, someone who puts you in a guaranteed issue plan without trying other options first. Guaranteed issue is great for people who truly can't qualify for anything else. But some agents default to it because it's easy. If you're relatively healthy, you deserve a better plan. Red flag number four, vague answers about the waiting period. If a plan has a graded or modified benefit, you need to understand exactly what that means. A good agent explains it clearly. Red flag number five, anyone who tells you to lie on the application. This is a huge one. If your agent tells you to omit a medication or downplay a condition, run. That can lead to a denied claim, which means your family gets nothing. Honesty is always the best policy, literally. I tell my parents this stuff because I want them to be informed consumers, not targets. Here's the thing about final expenses that nobody talks about. The hardest part isn't the insurance, it's the conversation. Nobody wants to talk about dying. I get it, it's uncomfortable, but I've learned something in this business. The families who have the conversation are the ones who are at peace when the time comes. And the families who avoid it, they're the ones who suffer the most. So here's what I'd encourage you to do. Whether or not you ever buy a policy from me, sit down with your family, have the talk. It doesn't have to be heavy or dramatic. Just say, hey, I want to make sure you know what I want when the time comes, and I want to make sure you're taken care of financially. Talk about what you want for your service, burial or cremation, where, What kind of celebration do you want? Who should be there? Talk about how it's going to be paid for. Is there a policy? Is there a savings account? Where are the documents? I promise you, that 30-minute conversation over dinner will do more for your family's peace of mind than anything else you could do this year. And if the answer to how is it paid for is, I'm not sure yet, well, that's where I come in. If you've watched this far, I already know something about you. You care about your family. That's why you're here. I want to make this as easy as possible for you. Click the link in the description. 3 questions, 30 seconds. Our team will compare rates from 6 top A-rated carriers and find you the best quote for your situation. If now isn't the right time, that's okay too. Bookmark this video, save the link. Come back when you're ready. We'll still be here. But if you're sitting there thinking, yeah, I need to do this, then do it now. Not because we're pressuring you, but because future you is going to thank present you for taking care of this today. If this video resonated with you, please share it. Send it to your parents, your siblings, your best friend. This is the kind of thing people don't talk about enough. Let's change that. Subscribe if you want more honest, no BS insurance content. Thank you for trusting us with your time. We'll see you in the next one.